All right. Thank you, Jan, for answering those questions for everybody. I know they were asking. Okay, so let's talk about the science and technology behind this X39 stem cell activation patch, how it works, how these two ladies who have very soon just been using it, right? Kimberly and then Jan's been using it over 3 years. How have they received the results they have over these time spans and very different results? So this is what our patch looks like. It's non-transdermal. Non-transdermal means nothing's in it, which means nothing's going into your body. Nothing's transferring into the body. So you're probably familiar with transdermal patch, like nicotine patch, pain patch, birth control patch, estrogen patch, things like that. They're transferring chemicals or substances or nutrients into the body. This does not work that way. This works by what's called photobiomodulation, phototherapy. This is a wearable light technology. And so how this works is super simple, but yet really detailed and complex when you get down to the core of it. But David Schmidt is our inventor of this technology. He has been inventing patches like this for 20 years. He started working with the Navy SEALs 20 years ago, and over the last 20 years has invented a dozen patches. He has over 90 clinical studies, many double-blind placebo, independent labs, researchers, doctors across the globe. You can go to startx39now.com and you can read all the research, all the science, all the patents. This patch has a 20-year patent on it, and it's only been on the market for just 4 years. So I think we're like almost in year 3 of our 20-year patent with this patch. So how is this working? Well, I want you to put your hand on your chest. You are emitting heat right now. You better be 98.6-ish, right? Some of you are 97.6, it's totally fine. But you're emitting heat or a low-level infrared light. How do we know that? Well, because we can go outside right now at night. It's, at least here on the East Coast, it's dark. I don't know about the West Coast, but we have to see people through night vision goggles. Right? So we go outside, we look through night vision goggles, we can see our neighbors across the street or the animals down the road. We can see the outline of them in colors, red, blue, green, yellow, because of the heat being emitted from the body. That is what is working with this patch, okay? Typically, photobiomodulation is an outside light source, like a red light therapy, red beds, red laser, blue laser, things like that. Well, in this case, we are the light source. So when you apply this patch, you see that white part right there, embedded in the white part is a crystal lattice structure, not a clear quartz crystal or amethyst or tourmaline, anything like that. We're talking about a crystal lattice structure, okay? And this is made up of what David has invented, a proprietary blend of organic amino acids, water, sugars, and oxygen. That lattice structure is embedded in here. And so when we apply the patch, our body's heat or light reflects back a specific wavelength of light back into our body. That wavelength that's reflected from this patch elevates our GHK-Cu copper peptide in our body. That peptide, if you go to reverse aging with GHK, reverseagingwithghk.com, David's going to put that in the chat for you as well too. If you go there, you can learn about all the benefits of increasing your GHK-Cu as you age. Of course, we know it declines. So it's going to elevate your GHK-Cu. It's going to reset a third of your genes back to their young, youthful, healthy state. One of those genes is called P63. It mobilizes that gene, which mobilizes your body's own stem cells. Your body's own stem cells are being mobilized, they're being activated, they're being elevated, and they're reset back to their young, youthful state. They go to work to repair, regenerate, rejuvenate, restore all the cells and tissues and organs in your body, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You heard that, right? How is this working on anxiety? I thought stem cells are supposed to fix my pain problems like Jan's back, but yet it was working on Kimberly's anxiety. Because stem cells go to work in every part of your body. Like Marcy said with the clinical study on the brain, being able to help balance the brain, being able to help balance the organs and tissues and systems in your body. So here's what you need to know. Typically, people experience in the first 3 to 6 weeks, we're going to go by clinical studies, right? They're going to experience pain reduction, better quality sleep, faster wound healing, more mental energy, clarity, concentration, focus, recovery from exercise, fitness, daily activities, things like that, the first 3 to 6 weeks. We start to see improvements after that in our cardiovascular systems, our digestive, our immune system, our nervous system, right? We start to see those changes happening in our clinical studies. And there's a compound effect. As you saw, Kimberly's now a little over 2 months using the patch, and she's on cloud 9. She's a totally different person. Her life is totally different. And then you have someone like Jan that's 3.5 years using this, and her whole world is different, right? Everything about her physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, it's completely different from putting this patch on every day. This little Band-Aid. You stick it on, you drink plenty of fresh, good, healthy water, right? Every single day, and you take it off after 12 hours. Put it on in the morning, take it off 12 hours later. That's really all you do. And you do that day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. The general rule of thumb is 1 month for every 10 years you are old. That's your starting point to get yourself to that full stem cell regeneration. So, for Jan in her 50s, she would use it 5 months. Well, guess what? She decided she's all about the reverse aging game, so she's still using it. And all of these things have completely reversed in her body. Her no longer needing to wear glasses is massive, right? How does that happen? How do your teeth, your pockets, your gums, how does that stuff reverse? Well, that's what your body's own stem cells do. This technology activates your own stem cells to get to work and do what they did when you were younger. Repair, regenerate, restore, rejuvenate the body. And so that is what you're going to get back with the person that invited you. And you're going to say, hey, I have got to get my hands on this technology immediately. Skeptical or not, like Kimberly, it's okay. Give it a shot. It's the price of a cup of coffee in a day. What do you have to lose?